From is a treasure trove of unending mysteries and possibilities. Behind every plot-driven door is something horrifically wonderful, which leads us into the next topic, and that is, how do the creatures know the townspeople's names? This was stated by the being Jasmine before attacking Trudy. She told her that they knew all their names. At first the significance of what this could mean was lost on me because of the other sensory overloading topics. With my mind now focused on this topic, the question stands, how do they know the people's names? The creatures appear to know significantly more than just names. To make matters far worse, the creatures seem to have more knowledge about the people than the people know about the creatures, which in my opinion is debilitatingly dangerous and a huge disadvantage. So then how do they know the people's names? The answer to that could be two possibilities. 1. Either they were given that intel, or 2. They have some unknown ability to take that information from their victims. If any of these two scenarios prove true in some way, the implications of what that means is that the townspeople are in more danger than first realized. Let's deal with the first possible reason. Somehow they are given or either have access to the information about the town's residents. Plus it seems the kind of information they have access to is not shallow, but intimate and emotional information, which is far more harder to come by. Life intel like grandparents, boyfriend, and more. Okay. If these creatures have access to this type of info and there's evidence of preparation also, this is no longer a random event. This would start to imply that they were lured there, or it is some sort of trap, and the intel they have at their disposal is weaponized information used to trick the people. That could mean there's evil intent behind their motives. The question is then, why do this to the people who are supposedly randomly entering into this town? Things are getting strange. Now on to the next possibility. They have a natural ability to gather information from their victims. Out of the two scenarios, this one is the far better one. I'll explain why. Because it puts the creatures back into a more animal-like perspective, which is good for the people. That means this is something natural for them. Instinctual reaction. Something they do to help them capture their victim. If they have a natural ability to extract certain vital information from their target in order to ensnare them, then this reminds me of a certain kind of animal. The spider. Yes. The spider, or araneae. The arthropoda we're all familiar with, but do we really know it? I'll explain why these creatures remind me of spiders, more specifically the spider's web. I'm going to focus on the web itself. Spiders are amazing and necessary. All spiders are predators. They are the most important predators of insects, but let's focus on the unbelievably amazing properties of the spider web. When we look at a spider web, you may think of it as just a thread, but it is far more complicated and extraordinary than that. The spider's web is extraordinary because it's capable of doing so many different types of functions at once, but keeping the simplicity of looking like it's passive. We all know the spider web is used for capturing prey, but it is also a home, transportation, storage, and most importantly communication and information gathering. That's the part we're going to be focusing in on. When we think of a spider web, we may not think of how much information is transmitted through it to the spider. The web is like a sophisticated processing signal device that helps spiders to categorize precise complicated vibration patterns introduced by prey. Determining from those various vibrations, it can gather an extraordinary amount of data on its prey, for instance its size, shape, weight, even the type of insect that's in the web, and if dangerous or safe. The web's dynamic properties and its complex morphological structure is truly a unique way to gather information on its prey. Which brings us back to the creatures in the town, and how they gather their intel. If this place, which is mysteriously unknown, has some way like the spider web of gathering information on those who enter the town and then transmitting that intel to the creatures, then this would be very interesting. In conclusion, the people are trapped in this town, trapped like a fly in a web. So I believe this could be most likely what's happening. Once anyone enters this town, information is extracted from them in some way. So what do you think, guys, about how they know the townspeople's names? Let me know below, and as always, thanks for watching.